So, got the Quest Pro. Lots of fun. Let's see what we can do. Just picked it up. Best Buy. So, today is the day. So, first of all, standard box. You've seen these unboxings before. This is exactly what you would see. Same thing you have. Nice, same logos. Everything's exactly like you would expect when it comes to everything that you saw. Alright. So, let's see what we can do. It does have the nice little pull tabs that everything seems to have these days to make it easy to get into stuff. Tears a nice section away, and from there all the plastic comes off. Ta-da! Alright. Interesting. So the box itself, you would expect, like on the old Quest 2 box, it had a lid that opened up and everything set down inside of it. This one does not. But I do know that it's on the right side up because that's the way the display was on the front packaging, was the front side up. So now the whole top lifts off is what we have. Okay, here we go. Up and ta-da! Alright, so that's what it is, what we have. Let's start with the extra pieces. You can't see, they're up here in the top section. And these look like the little side blinders. Oh, this looks like the actual cover. Protective cover. 4 languages. Good to know. Alright. Set that out of the way. Now we have the controllers. As the controllers are the more interesting part for me. The controllers have this lovely strap, which I have to admit I am anxious to get a better strap. Not that this is a bad strap, but I'm so used to having the grips that just hold it to the back of your hand. But you can see how this is. In fact, let me grab my Quest 2 controller and show you the size difference. So this is the Quest 2. You can see I've got the AMVR grips on it. So we'll just pop those off. Alright. So size difference. And you can see right there, it definitely does feel just a little bit smaller. And it's probably mostly because I'm used to using the grip on it. But there is your comparison as far as the main system. These appear to be a little bit smaller of a button to go for that. Of course, it's black versus the other, so it feels a little bit different there. Significant weight difference. I'm going to have to throw that on a scale to see how much more it weighs, but you can feel the difference. This weighs more than the other does, than the Quest 2 with the grips on it. So it is a hefty unit for it. Like you know, it doesn't have the ring. The tracking ring is no longer on there. Power it on, holding it down for 2 seconds. Peel off the sticker. You can see the camera on here. Otherwise, it's the same setup. You got the Oculus button, still marked Oculus, not Meta. There's an irony to that still. Oculus button, A, B. The buttons, if you can see if I can get a side profile view. And the buttons are definitely very low profile there. I don't know if you can see how different they are. So these ones are more glossy, rounded, larger, just lifted up a little higher buttons, where these are definitely a little bit more, not only the matte that you can see finish, but they're flatter, they're lower profile buttons. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. And on the Quest 2 controllers, these Oculus Touch controllers, you do have that thumb area over here for different features and functions and touch. This is going to give you a similar action over here. Thumbstick feels fine. It actually feels stiff by comparison, and the thumbstick stands up a little bit more. You can feel the height there is just a little bit higher for that thumbstick. I think they're probably the same, but just something about it feels taller, and I don't know what it is that makes it feel to be a little taller. But yeah, interesting to see. Like, you know, camera there, camera there, camera there. Good news, no camera on the bottom. They do have that touch sensor. Maybe the grips might be able to be applicable to here for the future. In the meantime, it looks like right now we have these lovely straps. They almost feel like a faux leather, which is interesting. I haven't even looked up how to pull that strap out, but I know the strap comes out, and then you have, I think you push it in, pull it out. You can feel the give there. So I'll have to look at that. But as you can see, strap goes in, and then you're able to tighten that up if you wanted to. So, kind of cool. Let's see how that feels. Tightening that. Yeah, there you go. So you can tighten that up, get that on your wrist correctly. Yeah, be interesting using that where I've been going so long with grips. Charging port right there. So they are rechargeable batteries. They are not replaceable batteries. I'm used to having that slide off panel right here that you get to swap out that battery quickly in the middle of a game. Triggers feel similar. It's the same. Yeah. Feels about the same there. Yeah. Everything else is about the same. Just minor variations, little changes, a little more weight, heft to it. You can definitely feel it. There we go. Right and left controllers. Again, you have to power each one on individually. So see what that's like. Buttons. There we are. Alright. We'll set those aside over here. Now for the headset. Main thing I'm interested is the controllers, because I love to have the tracking inside out be part of the device, not the having to have the towers to be able to do it. Not that towers are bad, it's just, I don't have them and haven't got around to getting them, so doing that type of a system, definitely interesting. But here I'm looking mostly for the size and how much thinner this is than the Quest 2. So I can grab my Quest 2 and we can hold it side by side and compare the two. Alright, so we got the Quest 2 and we got the Pro. So you can see how much thinner. Granted, this one has more of a curve out here. Let's go ahead and pull this out. See, start. 1, turn on the controllers. 2, turn on the headset. 3, tighten the strap. Very, very good instructions. Get you everything you need to have. Alright, so you can see the difference in the thickness there. Now that's a little bit confusing as far as that's not an accurate full representation. You got curvature to this, as opposed to this one is very, very flat on the front. That curvature is where they can hide a lot of that. But the thinness of the lenses And you can see the lenses in here and how thick they come all the way out from the front of the unit, where this one definitely significantly thinner there with those pancake lenses versus the I can't remember the word right now, your overhead projector lenses that obviously I don't care right now about. You got your charging ports on the bottom here, just like you would expect, where the whole unit will set in. You can see that the power cable running from the back, from the headset to the back, where the battery is actually housed back here. Got protective stickers for the shipping, because there's no way any of this will ever get scratched up being used. There we go. Got another one on the bottom. Clean that up. There we go. You can see the readjustments there. Looks like it's got just the control strap around it holding it, and this is the internal strap that's actually pulling to cause the tightening. Is that internal strap? Good. Got the underneath. You have the volume is now here, where before on the Quest 2 it was under the front. Now it's under the side mount control there. Let's see if we can get a good angle of that. That's also appears to be, you have on this one, instead of a single headphone port, you have dual headphone ports. So here's your right headphone and your left headphone. Why they would do that, I would assume, is simply so that we're able to have the ability to pay for new headphones. But yes, now you have a left and a right, and it goes from here directly to your ear, so they do sell the headphones correctly for that. Yeah, thanks, Lucas. I agree. I hope this works better than the other. Been having some challenges with my Wi-Fi and with the connection, so this will be fun. Here's the power button underneath the edge right there. All right. And then, like I said, standard charging ports there. Comes with the stickers on here. It says no liquid cleaners. That one, interestingly enough, is still in the same 4 languages, but some of it takes more than one line, so good times. We'll have to ask my clan member Skydiver if he knows all of these languages. No sunlight on the lenses, so it looks like we have the exact same type of situation as we had with the Quest 2, which is specifically, do not use this outside. Alright, got the Halo strap right there across the top, feels good. Lots of good cushion to it, where on the Halo strap, the Elite strap that I have for the other, it was purely up against your face. So it was holding against your face with the vertical, the strap above it that holds it down onto here for you. Still can't play in the hot tub. You're right, Lucas. We still can't play in the hot tub. So yeah, this gives you that. Before, it had to hold the top of your head to be able to keep it from sliding down, and you still tried to apply the right pressure, but it's still sucked up to your face. Now you have this that gives it to you as an angled piece and holds that to the top of your head. So I'm curious, this is not adjustable up or down. I'm curious about the alignment vertically for these lenses. Some people have a bigger forehead than other people, and I don't think mine's awkward or anything, but it'll be interesting to see how that fits for myself and others out there. Got the front, so you got the cameras up here, the 3 different cameras on the front. You have camera on the left, camera on the right, or if I'm thinking about it correctly, it would have been left and right. So here's the right and left. Nothing underneath. I do see a small hole here. I'm not sure what that is in regards to, but probably just another sensor for light and for having the headset on. Everything else, I see some sensors, some stuff here, different mounted holes. Not sure what those are going to be. As well as the rest of it is all buried inside or inside of this display and sensor bar right inside here to be able to track things. Yeah, so far pretty cool. All right, let's see what else is in the box. I'm assuming there's a charger in here in some way. All right, start over here. Pull this out. Alright, nice little box, just like you would expect. Slide it out. Okay, so it looks like they've sent us charger. There we go. This, where's the pull tab on this? That's definitely not as easy as the other ones were for their pull tabs, but breaking off in pieces. Never had plastic do that for any of the devices I've opened. They've all come apart rather nice, so gone are the days that you need a knife, but I really thought about pulling mine out for a moment there. Alright, got the Meta logo on it. Right here, standard USB-C connector. And we get to the fun, the charging dock station. Station to charge. Okay. Nice long USB-C cable with a 90-degree on one end. That's handy. And the other side is the controller charge cable. We got their clip that's holding it there, so looks like you have a cable management cable of some sort. Have not looked into that. This one is going to be USB-C to a charging port. So somewhere, somehow, that connects. Alright. What else is in this little box? It says here, stylus tips. So I'm not sure if this is where that resides. Looks like we got a cleaning cloth. Nice. Instruction manual. And a quick start. Okay. Is that everything here? Oh, that might be where the stylus tips are in that piece. And sure enough, that's what it is. So these tips would replace the grip, the strap on the wrist, and then this goes up to give you something to write with and feel that pressure sensitivity there. So, comes with two. That's pretty cool. It says to just pull it out and push it in, so I'm assuming that you just got to grip it in the right place, because if you're pulling on the strap, you don't want the strap to come out. So definitely an interesting little piece. Alright. So we've got the ability to charge one thing with this, and you got the cable to connect to it, and you have the charging block and the adapter here. Is there anything more here? That's in there pretty solid. I think that's all for this. Where's the rest of the charging dock? Oh, there's a little arrow. There's your secret. Underneath is your charging dock. Alright. So there we go. Charging dock. Place for your headset to go. Click, click. And a place for your controllers to go. So headset, controllers. Looks like a left, right. So if we're looking at it, we would simply be connecting the headset straight down on you go, just like that. It's interesting where it mounts and where it clips. I think I would assume it's intended to have this rest on the table as well. Then the controllers have their charging ports right there, and it describes it as going in like that. So they're very good, magnetic. You can feel that clip in. Let's lift it out a little bit. There you go. Put it in place and you can feel it's pretty solid, but yeah, it is intended to be sitting on the table. Just we're supporting the other side of it. Alright. Underneath, you got the label with the instructions. Nice, just a little bit of sticky around the edges. So it's not like you're peeling it off and having to deal with residue anywhere. It's just around that edge. So that was nice. Standard rubberized ring there to give you to non-stick. Try to decide if it'll fit sitting on top of the case of my computer. That's probably where I'm going to look to put it. At the same time, where does it plug in? There it is. So it is USB-C to here to be able to plug it in. So what is this other cable for? This cable, USB-C to here, and it looks like your cable for charging your controllers. So you got a portable charger for your controllers, it appears. Kind of interesting. Charge one, charge the other. Dock would stay at home, take the other with me. Alright, what do we got? Light blockers. So as you may have noticed and may have already heard, this is not a full facial interface. It definitely has its own value there in being nice and thin, but it also means you're going to have a lot of light bleed, whereas this one, you put your face in it, you really have just a little tiny bit of light in the nose hole. In fact, I often talk to my family, I'm looking at you through the nose hole, because that's what the light comes in, is right there. Whereas on this, it does not have that feature that comes built in. In fact, they do sell a full facial interface like that, but it's extra, and I have not pulled the trigger on that yet, nor would it be here, because it would have had to have been shipped, and the shipping would have been shipping out today. So they have these light blockers. I had no idea what to expect from these as they were being demoed and shown, but here's the package they come in. Light blockers, 4 languages, same 4 languages, and these are the light blockers that come with them. I did not know what to expect. I didn't know how thick they were or how flimsy they were, but it really is very, very, very thin, rubberized, just to be able to have that. It's got a, I don't know if you can see the L inside there. Get the light on it right. L for the left, R for the right. There we go. So they are magnetic, so they are intended to simply click in magnetically. So right here, and oh, they go all the way up high. Okay, that's good to know. Just see it jump right out of my hand and go into place. So that's nice. It'll be easy to put it in place. So this little cutout here, that cutout is where this lines up here on the side, and it magnetically clicks in. Does line up rather nicely with that magnetic. Gives you the audio port still easily accessible, volume button still very easily accessible. Feels like that'll be soft. It feels, when it's in place, it definitely feels like it's more firm and going to hold up next to the side of your face better. In your hands only, it feels like it's just going to flop around and never give you a good light seal. So this is definitely an interesting option. Like with the other, just line it up there. There we go. Line that arc up and pop it into place. That one didn't line up quite as... Oh, there it goes. Had to shift it forward a little bit more, so maybe the inside in first, and then clip it? No, even then I had to shift it in. So, here we go, inside, there, down. Yeah, it just requires a little bit of extra touch, but you just run your finger along that edge. It seems to line it up nicely. So there we go, left and right. All ready for playtime. I mean, sorry, work. This is a pro device. It's not going to be for play. All right. So I believe that is everything. There wasn't anything else I expected to have in the box. Wasn't anything else I was looking for. And now the real fun, which is I get to go and charge everything up. Some of the priorities of what I want to do is I want to test how long the battery life on the controllers is. That was one of my big concerns, and it's a big reason why the Pico 4 sold out when the announcement for this came out, because who wants controllers that won't even last an entire session if the controllers, as they were saying, only last as long as the headset, which is only an hour to 2 hours. They've since said that it'll last 8 hours. I don't buy that for a second, but we shall see what we get. Get it all charged up. Get in, do what we can do, the setup, and some playtime. I may not have a lot of any kind of a video showing the setup. It's standard setup. Any Quest device uses a smartphone app and set it up and go. Once I get in, I'll show you some playtime, some video from the inside, but it'll mostly just be the gameplay and different apps as opposed to any kind of through the lens type of thing. I'm just not set up to do that, but that's okay. Let me know if you had any questions, concerns, anything you wanted me to try with this. But other than that, we'll see you in Pop 1, see you in all sorts of fun places we go, and definitely going to have some fun with it. Take care. Bye.